Tuesday goes live to India now. High pollution levels there have in the past been the subject of protests, and the situation by all accounts is not improving. In fact, there's a new study out today by the World Health Organization. It shows that 14 cities in India are among the 20 most polluted cities in the world. More than 1 million deaths each year in India are linked to pollution. Live now to Mumbai, our India correspondent Rebecca Bundhun is standing by. So why is India in such a parlous position in this respect, Rebecca?
There are a variety of causes of air pollution in India. This is nothing new. It's been known here for a long time that cities such as Delhi, Varanasi, Agra struggle with these problems caused by a variety of factors, including transport, fumes from cars, the heavy amount of traffic. Construction is also a major problem. Also from agriculture, factories, industry. These are all factors that are adding to these high pollution levels that cause what's believed to be more than 1 million deaths in India each year related to the impact of air pollution. But it's been brought to light with this study by the World Health Organization, which shows that 14 of these top 20 most affected cities around the world are actually in India, which is really a huge concern.
And part of the problem, I imagine, is weak industrial regulation.
There have definitely been calls for more to be done when it comes to industry, and you're absolutely right, with the amount of emissions that they're giving out. Again, with traffic as well, there are calls that more should be done to regulate cars on the road and reduce these emissions from industry, from coal production as well, which is what we've seen in China, which is a country where they've taken huge steps to try to reduce air pollution, and that's what the World Health Organization is now urging India to do. That it's saying that India should take steps, follow China's example, and really try to combat air pollution by putting measures in place, such as we've seen in China, where they've tried to reduce the numbers of cars on the road, tried to reduce coal consumption. This is not to say that India hasn't done anything at all. There have been some steps, such as providing gas connections to poor households to try to reduce the burning of fuel that's adding to these problems.
And day to day then, Rebecca, how do people live with this condition?
It can be absolutely terrible. If you look back a few months ago to what happened in Delhi, there was a state of, it was basically a public health emergency when the pollution got so bad in the winter that people were being advised to stay indoors. They stopped construction activities. Children couldn't even go to school because the pollution was just simply so bad. People that were going out were wearing masks. So, I mean, in that sense, it became unbearable, and the city kind of ground to a standstill in some ways. So it's really, it can be very difficult in those situations. Sadly, a lot of people have just got used to it at other times of the year, that they're used to seeing those levels of smog in the morning in cities such as Delhi, Varanasi, even in Mumbai as well. It's quite a regular occurrence to see that kind of haze, and you do become accustomed to it.
The problem, of course, is the consequence that there's potential death of respiratory and cardiovascular disease. So it's all very well for the World Health Organization to put out the report. Are any specific recommendations then made, or is this simply up to India to deal with it as it sees fit?
It has made some suggestions, and it's looked at the examples of places such as China, where they have taken specific steps to try to reduce pollution, and it suggested that these could be measures that India could also follow. So there are some suggestions as well for India, but at the end of the day, it would be up to the Indian government to take action and actually try to combat this. now in March, the government did outline plans specifically for Delhi, where they came up with a plan to try to reduce the amount of air pollution caused by activities such as construction and vehicles. However, this was only for Delhi, so there were calls in India to have some kind of nationwide plan where we can see this spread across the rest of India, and for action to be taken very, very soon, really.
And that's where we'll leave it. Rebecca Bundhun is our correspondent in Mumbai.